All right, so good morning, everyone. And my name is Taye Coriat, project officer here at the Family Life Commission. And this morning we are joined by Mr. Colin Romero. Colin, how are you doing?
I'm very good, thanks. Good morning to everyone.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking a bit about the separated, divorced, and widowed ministry and their upcoming session, their monthly session, which will be continuing next Thursday. So, Colin, would you like just to give us a little bit of insight as to what will be taking place next Thursday?
Okay, so the separated, divorced, and widowed ministry, this was sort of relaunched last year, and it was kicked off with a retreat, a Lenten retreat, by His grace, and then we continued monthly meetings thereafter, going through a video series on divorce and the many aspects of divorce. So next week, Thursday, we're just going to be continuing that series. We are now on session number 7. And it incorporates, or it has incorporated many different, as I said, many different aspects along the journey after divorce. So basically what it has done, we have created a space for those who are affected by divorce and separation. And it sort of gives an opportunity for learning, for healing, and just that safe space and that ability to share one with another, or to hear someone else's story, and learn from some of the experiences, gain from some of the experiences, and most importantly, heal from it. So we, as with everything, it is Catholic based, and it's a US based series on the topic. But we also have some of our local members, me being one of them. Right now we have two other members on the team, and we share our perspective on the various topics. And just so as to give a local feel to it, so it doesn't seem so distant or so far away, being or having that foreign influence. And we go through the video series. We have some a little time to share, and then we have a little breakout session where we go into groups and have further discussion on the particular topic of the day. And as with everything, as I said, Catholic centered, so it's centered around prayer, the gospel of the upcoming weekend. And it's really a great safe space to learn, to heal, and to be able to grow.
Right. So let me ask you this, Colin.
Sure.
What would have gotten you involved or made you feel motivated to join this ministry?
I think for me, I would really have to say the breakdown in, I would have to say my own marriage, and I think the great need for better preparation. Now, I would have spoken to one or two of my friends, and also Trisha at the Family Life Commission at some point in time, and I would have shared with her my wanting to see a little bit more in terms of the preparation of a couple before marriage. And other people have echoed it as well, but really to journey with people, and to again bring them to that place of healing, help them to draw them closer to God, closer to the healing grace of Jesus, and really to, I guess really just be a beacon of light for people, because I mean, it is and it can be a very, very painful journey. I thank God, even though, yes, I went through my own experience, it has not been as, in some cases, devastating or as traumatic as as others may be or others have been. And even for those who would have gone through their own pain at whatever level, you know, it really gives an opportunity to share, to help someone else, and or to learn from, as I said before, and to be able to grow from.
Right. And as we know, being separated or divorced, or even being a widow, there's always a stigma attached to it. And, you know, sometimes being in church, you know, sometimes there are a lot of eyes that might be drawn onto you. So when
Correct.
you went through your process, did you feel judged? Or as a man, you know, sometimes that ego might take a little hit. So did you feel judged or any sort of shame going through your situation? And did that push you to join this ministry, or did the ministry help you get through that a lot easier?
Let me take it from the end. I think the ministry helps me to understand that I was not necessarily alone in it. I wasn't the only person who would have experienced this. I mean, very, very many years ago, I would have heard one of my cousins say that, you know, when she was divorced, you know, she could not receive communion in the Catholic Church. And I guess there has been a lot of wrong or incorrect information circulating in and around Catholic circles. I have been doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of question asking, so to speak, and particularly where the stigmas are concerned, I was able to sort of navigate around most of them. Excuse me. Simply because I was trying to find the truth. So, of course, the issue with not receiving communion or the sacraments, and well, communion in particular, the Eucharist. Once you're living in a state of grace and living in a way that is pleasing to God, by all means, yes, you receive the Holy Eucharist. I think one of the things for me, one of the setbacks, as I would have experienced, I was a Eucharistic minister, and I served all throughout my separation, my ex-wife and I. And when the divorce finally came through, you know, we were both asked to step down. So that was a little bit of a hit. And then, you know, there's talk circulating, you know, how it gonna look in our local way of seeing it. You know, you on the altar and you're divorced, and so I didn't quite understand that. I mean, I graciously bowed out, but again, I kept asking a lot of questions, and I believe to the right answers from priests themselves. So, you know, it is good to get the correct information from the right source.
Okay. All right. And lastly, what advice would you give to someone who is going through a separation or divorce, or recently, or been widowed, who might be interested in joining this program, but might be afraid or have their concerns about it? What would you say to encourage them to join?
First thing I would say, you know, pray and ask God for that grace and that discernment, particularly if there is a great need for it. And when I say that, I mean, as I said before, these can be very, very traumatic experiences and times in our lives. And sometimes we look for a plaster, or we look for help, sometimes in the wrong places. But so far, and I'm going here on reviews from some of the participants where they have found so much life in the sharing, in the video series, in just coming together to pray together. again, that safe space to be able to share one to another. And it's a non-judgmental space. So it's not that, oh, that's what you're going through. No. It's not about that, but it's really welcoming those who unfortunately have had to go through the separation, the divorce, who have lost a loved one. And at the end of the day, it's all loss. And it's a way to help to grieve, to touch on some of the areas, to realize that there are others who are going through similar situations, and where we can grow together and keep our focus on God, keep our focus on Him who is the great physician and healer, and can help us on this journey that we have now embarked on.
Right. Yeah. And quickly, what can people look forward to in this upcoming session?
This session, we are going to be discussing the topic of money. And it has its effects in many different ways. So it kind of touches on the couple being together, now being separated. What do you do with your money? How do you treat with it? What are your ideas, your goals with respect to money? And it helps to kind of bring a grounding or bring into light the perspective that the money that we have, the money that basically God has given us to use for our daily transactions and everything, how well do we treat with it? Sadly, sometimes in the midst of our trauma, we can misuse it, or it is misused one or another. One, may withhold money, so of course things get tight and you have your issues. But it walks us through the many areas and stages of handling money. And again, the more important thing, the money that God has given, because God has provided this for us, and how best we can treat with it. So, it's, again, we are on this is our 7th session, and just continuing. It is really good information, real life stories as to what the people would have gone through on the video series itself, and we also locally have an opportunity to share our experiences.
All right.
So it's something great to look forward to.
Yes, definitely is. So people, if you're listening and watching right now, and you're interested in registering for this program, you can contact us via our Instagram or Facebook pages, at Family Life Commission, or visit our website at aflcrc.org. And feel free and ask a question, and we will be able to assist you in registering for this event. It takes place next Thursday, January 25th, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. All right, and the topic of discussion would be handling money wisely. All right. So thank you again, Colin, for taking the time to spread some light onto this ministry, and providing a little insight to persons who might, be going through similar situations and didn't know what avenue they can take to go through this journey. All right, so thank you again, everyone, for tuning in, and we do look forward to seeing you next week. All right.
Thank you very much, Taye, and to the Family Life Commission. Blessings to you guys, and to all the participants and those who would have viewed. Please share it around, and do join us next Thursday at 6 o'clock.
All right, then. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
All right.